Good morning. Time to start my next little project on the SL. What you're seeing in front of you are some $5 speakers from the junkyard. They are Pioneer TRX 40s, waterproof, 100-watt speakers. Found them in some car, can't remember what, some truck, but they're just awful looking. There's the front cover, what the inside looks like. Back cover, it's right here. Pioneer TRX 40, woofer and tweeter, assembled in Mexico of Japanese components. And I've taken them apart because they were filled with dirt and bugs, dirt daubers, mud, and it's sealed in these bags are the speakers that I pulled out, the woofer and the tweeter, and also the top grills and all the screws and hardware. They are black, they are ugly, but they sound fantastic. The plan is to paint these with SEM Palomino color paint, keep the grills still black, reassemble, and put them behind the front seats of the SL on the little shelf back there. I'm not going to mount them or anything. I'm not going to drill holes. These things will sit there, and maybe I'll use a little bit of Velcro to hold it to the carpet. But right now, they're all taken apart. I am going to show you. This is some Rust-Oleum Universal Bonding Primer that I bought, and it can be used on metal or plastic. I'm going to spray them with a light coat of this first. Finished off with the color coat, 15323 SEM color coat, which is Palomino. And that is the same paint that I used when I touched up the carpeting inside the SL and all the little trim that I touched up. So we'll start on this in just a little bit. All I'm doing is taking this Rust-Oleum Universal Bonding Primer, giving it a nice coat, real light. I figure the SEM Palomino paint will stick a lot better to this than it will to the black. And this dries very quickly. I'm not trying to make it look pretty or anything, but when you're painting something with a light Palomino color, it's best to go over white. It's not too bad. There are the other two that I painted already. And they're already dry, and it's only been about 15 minutes. So we'll just let this sit out here. Let all the bugs stick to it. The dust, the dirt. I think that's going to work just fine. Well, it's been a couple of weeks. We've had ice, we've had rain, we've had 14 inches of rain, we had snow, we had cold temperatures. It was crazy. But finally, a nice day today. It's going to be almost 70 today. And I'm going to now put a little of this paint on these speakers for the SL. The paint that I'm using spray paint called SEM Color Coat. The color is Palomino. And this is the paint and the color that I was using on other things inside the SL. And as you can see, you remember I primered these so that the paint would stick better. Let's just see how this is going to turn out. First light coat. It's definitely Palomino. Not too bad. We'll let this dry a little bit. Second one has its first coat of paint on it. And they may only need one coat because they're looking decent. These are, of course, the backs of the speakers that no one will see. The front covers, that'll be a different story. But that paint worked out great. Of course, you notice that I did paint this outside in the fresh air. It's nice and warm. So all the dust and the dirt and the bugs and everything can land on it and just make that paint really stand out. Just kidding. I'm surprised. I'm glad that I did use that primer on there because the paint is sticking very well. And I mean, these were $5 junkyard speakers that sounded great but looked awful. And I think this is looking pretty good. Now these are the fronts of the speakers. You can see the blue tape that I put in there. There. And also, all right, very simple painting on a gorgeous day. I think they turned out very well. We're just going to see how they dry, and I'm going to let them dry for a day. See how the paint looks, and then take the tape off. Sorry about the shadows, but not bad. It's going to look back really nice back there on the back parcel shelf. Okay, speakers are inside. Letting them dry overnight. I think they turned out nice. Tomorrow, after a good night of drying, I mean, the paint's dry now, but I've got to get all this tape off of here to get to the grills. And I think they turned out pretty good. The SL is sitting right there, waiting for these to be completely painted and then installed. I did run my wires when I had everything apart inside the car. I ran the wires up under the carpeting along the passenger side, and they're just sitting right up underneath the shelf here. And I think they're going to look great in here. Palomino speakers with black grills. Not decided yet if I want flat black grills or if I want to make them satin. I'm going to have to make that decision another day. Good morning. Back today. Speakers are painted. It's time to pull off the tape and see how my masking job did. We'll take a look here. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Tweeter fits in here from the inside out, of course, and then I have a black grill which goes right back on top here. Let's take a look at this. There's a lot of taping here. My grills are not in the best of condition. I mean, these were $5 speakers from the junkyard. They sounded fantastic. They just looked absolutely awful. I do believe what I'm going to do, that's coming off nicely. And whatever black paint was on here is actually coming off from the tape that I'm taking off. But that's okay. I have some Rust-Oleum satin black that I'm going to paint on here and make it look better. These are metal grills. And last little bit. It's a gorgeous day today in North Louisiana. It's going to go up to 71 degrees. Unfortunately, rain is coming in for the weekend and also for tomorrow's Mardi Gras parade. This tape sticks very well. It sticks to everything. But as you can see, it did pull off some of the paint. That's okay. I planned on painting these anyway. Not bad. I think it'll do. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one also. This is the paint that I'm going to use, which is just Easy Care, I believe, Rust-Oleum, direct to metal, satin black. I'm going to put it on with a little pad, a little foam brush, and hopefully these things will look great. Here's my setup. These are the top speaker grills, metal, that goes over the tweeters. They're missing some paint in places. Just have a foam brush, some satin black, and we'll paint them. While they're drying, I'm going to reinstall all the speaker components inside the speaker housings and put them back together. And then I will paint the outer grills of the speakers. And when it's all dry and nice and fantastic looking, we'll put them in the car, see how they work. I'm getting excited. A very simple reassembly. 4 screws for the woofer, 4 screws for the tweeter. Cable goes right through the special little hole they have here with its grommet. I'm going to put some terminals on the end here after I clean these wires up a little bit. The grill goes on there. That grill is going to be painted soon. And I'm going to put these things back together. And they're going to look great and they're going to sound great. And no drilling in the bends, no making holes. They're just going to sit right on the parcel shelf. Well, the speakers are done. They're out here drying. They're not bad. For $5 and a little bit of paint, I think they're going to look just fine. Sitting on the back deck of the 380 SL. I mean, if you'd have seen them, what they looked like before we started, they were awful. they don't look too bad. I'm pleased. It's Saturday morning on a rainy day here in Northeast Louisiana. Look what I have now on my back package shelf. There's my original first aid kit from Mercedes-Benz. And here are the $5 junkyard speakers. Pioneer, waterproof, woofer and tweeters. The grills have been repainted black. The outsides of the cabinets have been repainted with the SEM Palomino paint. I want to say Salamino. Anyway, Palomino to match the interior, to match the car. And they are done. As I stated earlier, the wiring from my Blaupunkt radio, which is in the dash, goes to my front two speakers, one on each side. Then the rear wiring goes up underneath the carpet, up under here, and comes up underneath the package shelf. And I just mounted them here with a couple of electrical connectors, and they're just sitting right on the package shelf. They're very sturdy. There's one other thing I wanted to show you. I also found this in a junkyard, and it was in an older Mercedes, and this is actually a Mercedes-Benz CD case. Okay, here we've got some Led Zeppelin, we got road songs, Harley Davidson, I got the Eagles. I mean, this, and it fits just perfectly right here, right in the console, as if it was designed for it. I think that's pretty cool. And I don't even think I paid for this thing. When I went up to the counter with it, the guy said, "What's that?" I said, "A CD case." And he's like, "Go ahead, take it." So, anyway, more junkyard finds. Just never know what you're going to find in a junkyard. Well, that completes my video for this little speaker project. Next thing I'm going to do is going to probably be a installation of the hardtop, and also the cleaning of the hardtop, which has been sitting over here on a stand. I mean, we've had some nice days here, but like today, it's about 45 degrees and raining, and who wants to drive a convertible on a rainy, cold day? And I guess that's why Mercedes made a hardtop for it, along with a convertible top. But anyway, also upcoming projects are going to be seeing if I can get my air conditioning working on this Benz. Haven't even looked at it yet. Just might be a little for low on Freon. I also am going to be rebuilding the throttle linkage under the hood. I'm missing some of the little check balls and bearings in that. They're just plastic and they've fallen apart. But I've ordered those pieces, and I'm going to fix that. And we're slowly approaching spring, which is convertible weather. And one other thing I want to do, I want to take care of these sun visors. They're just all puffy. I know you can buy new ones, but I mean, they're $250. I'm gonna try and get away from spending that kind of money. See if I can do something myself. Well, thanks for watching. See you again. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it.